The suspect used a Glock 45 that had been stolen in Baltimore.
The addition to the string of incidents of brutal gun violence.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me today as we dive into a topic that's as fascinating as it is important. Top 5 guns you should avoid and why experts don't recommend them. I get it, guns are a serious subject and rightly so. But that doesn't mean we can't tackle this with a touch of humor and a whole lot of intrigue. After all, understanding which firearms are better left untouched is critical, especially when the stakes could be life and death. So buckle up as we unveil the top 5 firearms that experts believe should be avoided, and why. 1. The Not So Reliable Deringers. Picture this: you're walking alone on a dimly lit street, and suddenly you hear footsteps behind you. Your heart pounds as adrenaline kicks in. You're carrying a Deringer, that compact 2-shot pistol romanticized by gamblers and outlaws of the Wild West. Deringers, while charming in their vintage allure, are often criticized for their impracticality in modern self-defense scenarios. Why? Let's start with their glaring limitation: only 2 shots. In a high-stress situation, where accuracy tends to go out the window, add to this their awkward reloading mechanism, which requires time and dexterity, luxuries you likely won't have in a dangerous encounter. Experts also point out that Deringers often lack the safety features found in modern firearms. Their minimalist design, while aesthetically appealing, can lead to accidental discharges if mishandled. So unless you're starring in a Western or attending a historical reenactment, it's probably best to leave the Derringer in the display case. Modern compact pistols offer higher capacity, better accuracy, and enhanced safety features. 2. The unpredictable ghost guns. Now let's turn our attention to something straight out of a spy thriller: ghost guns. The name alone sends a shiver down the spine, doesn't it? These are homemade firearms, often assembled from kits or even crafted using 3D printers, and have become a growing concern for law enforcement worldwide. Experts warn that ghost guns are rife with problems. Because they're not manufactured to standard specifications, their quality and reliability vary wildly. A misaligned part or a poorly constructed mechanism can lead to catastrophic failures, putting the user and those nearby at risk. Imagine pulling the trigger in a critical moment, only for your gun to jam or malfunction. Not exactly the confidence you want in a self-defense situation. Investigators revealed that the shooter had legally purchased parts and assembled the weapon himself, bypassing background checks. This tragic case highlights the severe consequences of untraceable firearms falling into the wrong hands. Nearly 20,000 ghost guns were recovered at crime scenes between 2016 and 2021. These weapons' proliferation has made it harder for law enforcement to solve crimes and trace the origins of illegal activities. But it doesn't stop there. Ghost guns are a legal minefield. In many jurisdictions, owning or assembling one can land you in serious trouble. The federal government has also tightened regulations requiring manufacturers to serialize parts and perform background checks for buyers. Despite these efforts, the lack of global enforcement means ghost guns remain a persistent threat. And because they're untraceable, their misuse has been linked to a rise in criminal activities, further tarnishing their reputation. So unless you're ready to navigate a labyrinth of legal and safety risks, ghost guns are best avoided. 3. The overzealous fully automatic firearms. Fully automatic guns are a handful, and experts consistently advise against them for personal defense. Let's start with the issue of control. Imagine pulling the trigger and unleashing a torrent of bullets. The recoil from fully automatic weapons is intense, and maintaining accuracy becomes nearly impossible after the first few rounds. Your shots go wild, increasing the risk of collateral damage and reducing the weapon's effectiveness in a self-defense scenario. Unlike the movies where every bullet finds its mark, the real world requires precision, something fully automatic firearms struggle to provide. Real-life examples further illustrate the issues. Take the infamous North Hollywood shootout of 1997, where two heavily armed bank robbers wielded fully automatic weapons. Their indiscriminate firing led to chaos, endangering countless civilians and law enforcement officers. And we can't forget the cost. Fully automatic firearms and their ammunition are prohibitively expensive. A legally owned automatic weapon can run tens of thousands of dollars, not to mention the ongoing costs of maintaining and feeding it. In the end, while fully automatic weapons might look cool in the movies, they're impractical, expensive, and heavily regulated in real life. For self-defense or recreational shooting, experts overwhelmingly recommend sticking to semi-automatic options. They offer the control, safety, and precision that fully automatics simply can't match. The problem lies in control. Imagine pulling the trigger and unleashing a torrent of bullets. Sounds effective, but in reality, the recoil makes it nearly impossible to maintain accuracy. Your shots go wild, and the risk of hitting unintended targets skyrockets. In a self-defense scenario, precision is paramount, and fully automatic firearms simply don't offer that. Then there's the issue of legality. In many places, owning a fully automatic firearm requires extensive licensing and comes with stringent regulations. Stick to semi-automatics if you value control, safety, and practicality. 4. The antiquated single-action revolvers. The single-action revolver. It's the stuff of legends wielded by the likes of Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday. But in today's fast-paced world, these guns are relics better suited to display cases than holsters. The main drawback of single-action revolvers is their operation. To fire a shot, you have to manually cock the hammer each time. This extra step might seem trivial in a controlled environment, but in a high-stress situation, it's a potential deal-breaker. Seconds matter, and fumbling with a hammer could cost you dearly. Reloading is another issue. Modern firearms use speed loaders or magazines, allowing for quick reloading. Single-action revolvers, on the other hand, require you to load each chamber individually, a painstaking process that's hardly ideal in a crisis. While they're undeniably cool and steeped in history, single-action revolvers are far from practical for self-defense. Save them for your next cowboy cosplay. 5. The Budget AR-15's a costly gamble. Finally, let's talk about the Budget AR-15. It's tempting to snag one at a bargain price, but experts agree, you get what you pay for. Budget AR-15s are notorious for cutting corners in manufacturing. Poor quality materials and shoddy craftsmanship can lead to frequent malfunctions. Imagine being in a critical situation and your rifle jams or misfires. It's not just frustrating, it's potentially life-threatening. Beyond reliability, there's also the issue of longevity. Budget models wear out faster, costing you more in repairs and replacements over time. Investing in a higher quality AR-15 from a reputable manufacturer ensures better performance, reliability, and peace of mind. In the end, firearms are tools where quality should never be compromised. Your safety and the safety of those around you depend on it. And there you have it, folks, 5 firearms that experts recommend steering clear of. Each has its own set of flaws, from limited reliability to legal risks and practical shortcomings. When it comes to firearms, knowledge is power. Make informed choices, prioritize safety, and always consult experts before making decisions. Thank you, and stay safe.